What if the air you breathe every day hides a silent threat, impacting your lungs, heart, and community well-being in ways you can't ignore? That's a concern growing louder, sparking action, and urging us to rethink our environment. Welcome to Healthy Start, your go-to channel for science-backed tips to live healthier and stronger. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for Healthy Start and ring the bell to stay updated with every eye-opening video. Today, we're diving into the rising worries about pollution, specifically the tiny PM1 particles, and their profound effects on community health, from breathing difficulties to long-term risks. Let's explore what this means, how these particles harm us, and what steps can protect our well-being. It all began with a growing unease that's been catching people's attention. Conversations have shifted toward the air quality around us, with the spotlight on PM1 particulate matter so small it can slip deep into the lungs and even the bloodstream. Recent findings have revealed that these microscopic particles, smaller than 1 micrometer, pose a significant health risk, contributing to respiratory issues, heart problems, and more. The concern isn't just for individuals. It's a community matter, affecting everyone from children to the elderly, and the data is piling up. Experts are sounding the alarm, noting that PM1's impact goes beyond the more commonly discussed PM2, 5 and PM10, pushing for awareness and solutions. It's a story that's unfolding with urgency, and it's one we need to understand. So, what exactly is PM1, and why should it matter? PM1 refers to fine particulate matter with a diameter of 1 micrometer or less, invisible to the naked eye but potent in its effects. These particles come from sources like vehicle exhaust, industrial emissions, and even wildfires lingering in the air we breathe. Unlike larger particles, PM1 can penetrate deep into the lungs, cross into the bloodstream, and trigger inflammation throughout the body. The findings highlight that prolonged exposure links to asthma attacks, chronic bronchitis, and heightened risks of heart attacks or strokes. It's a hidden danger accumulating over time, and its impact on community health is becoming impossible to overlook, making it a critical focus for action. Let's start with how PM1 affects the lungs. These tiny particles can lodge in the alveoli, the air sacs where oxygen enters the blood, causing irritation and inflammation. The findings show that people with existing conditions like asthma or COPD experience worsened symptoms, with more frequent wheezing or shortness of breath. Children whose lungs are still developing and older adults with weaker respiratory defenses are especially vulnerable. Over time, this exposure can lead to scarring of lung tissue, reducing breathing capacity, and increasing susceptibility to infections. It's a slow burn where daily exposure adds up, and the community feels the weight as healthcare demands rise. The heart takes a hit too. The studies reveal that PM1 particles, once in the bloodstream, promote plaque buildup in arteries, raising the risk of cardiovascular disease. Inflammation triggered by these particles stresses the heart, leading to irregular rhythms or high blood pressure. The findings note a clear connection between long-term PM1 exposure and increased heart attack rates, particularly among those with pre-existing conditions. This dual impact lungs and heart creates a ripple effect, straining families and healthcare systems as more people seek treatment. It's a wake-up call, showing how air quality shapes not just individual health, but the well-being of entire communities. Children and the elderly bear the brunt. Young lungs, still growing, absorb PM1 more readily, leading to developmental delays or persistent coughs. The findings suggest that kids exposed to high levels perform worse on cognitive tests, hinting at brain effects too. For the elderly, weakened immune systems make them prone to pneumonia or heart failure triggered by pollution. Schools and care homes become battlegrounds where clean air is a luxury, not a given. The community impact grows as these groups need more support, turning a health issue into a social challenge that demands attention. Where does PM1 come from? The sources are all around traffic fumes from busy roads, smoke from factories, and ash from wildfires or burning waste. The findings point to urban areas with heavy industry or traffic as hotspots, but rural regions with agricultural burning aren't immune. Indoor pollution, from cooking stoves or heaters, adds to the load, especially in poorly ventilated spaces. Weather patterns trap these particles, worsening the problem during still days or inversions. It's a widespread issue, with no one escaping the air we share, and the variety of sources makes it a complex puzzle to solve. The health risks are mounting. Beyond lungs and heart, PM1 is linked to diabetes, where inflammation disrupts blood sugar control and neurological issues, with some studies suggesting a tie to cognitive decline. The findings indicate that pregnant women exposed to high PM1 levels may face risks like preterm birth or low birth weight, affecting the next generation. Chronic exposure shortens life expectancy, with each increase in pollution levels tied to measurable health declines. It's a silent thief, stealing years and vitality, and the community feels the loss as productivity and happiness dip. So, what can be done? Awareness is the first step. Recognizing PM1's dangers pushes people to check air quality indexes available through apps or local reports, and plan outdoor activities accordingly. Masks with fine filters offer protection during high pollution days, while air purifiers clean indoor spaces. The findings encourage reducing personal contributions, carpooling, using public transport, or switching to electric appliances to lower emissions. It's a collective effort, where small actions add up, and communities can lead the charge. Healthcare plays a role too. Doctors can screen for pollution-related issues, advising on symptoms like persistent coughs or fatigue. The findings suggest regular checkups for at-risk groups, with treatments like inhalers or heart meds tailored to pollution exposure. Public health campaigns educate on risks, while clinics distribute masks or filters to vulnerable populations. It's a proactive stance, where medical support meets prevention, building resilience against PM1's effects. Policy changes are crucial. The findings call for stricter emission standards, targeting industries and vehicles, and incentives for clean energy. Urban planning can include green spaces or better ventilation, while regulations on indoor pollution tackle household sources. Community advocacy pushes for these shifts, turning concern into action. It's a long-term fight, but the momentum is building, with each policy shaping cleaner air. As we wrap up, PM1's threat to health is clear, but so is the path forward. Awareness, protection, and policy offer hope, strengthening communities against pollution's silent impact. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into pollution and health. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to know. Don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Start, hit that bell, and stay tuned for more valuable videos. See you next time, and here's to a healthier future.